everybody, welcome back to the My Coach for Life YouTube channel. Now then, this week we are back on a topic that is incredibly close to my heart, something that I love talking about, reading about, supporting people with, and for those of you who know me better, it will be no surprise that we're going to be back talking about time and time management. So why am I so passionate about this? Why do I get energized and animated about it? Well, I think the older I've become, the more I've realized that it's a skill that is just missing in the world. And as we move through life, I'm fortunate enough to work with people I can support and help them with this, but also to re-emphasize it is a skill and takes practice. It's not something that the good majority of the world is born with, exceptional time management skills. And I just believe that once we are able to look at time differently and see how to manage it and improve our relationship with it, because it is a relationship, then as cheesy and as corny as it sounds, we can improve the way in which we show up each day and start to focus on the things we really want to focus on, whilst not experiencing the amount of sometimes frustration and stress that comes with feeling as though you just never have enough time. So what are we talking about? Two numbers. And those two numbers, I believe, are fundamental to just the basics of understanding how to look at time and realize what you've got. And I think there's like a spectrum here. You've got like time amateurs, which is where most of us hang out, because as I said, this is not stuff that's taught in schools generally. It's not part of kind of life skills anywhere. You either kind of are interested in it, like myself, kind of a bit weird, and want to do something about it, or you kind of maybe just fall through life thinking, that's just the way I am, I'm just not very good at managing my time, and I'm always busy and I've never got time to do the things I want to do. And then at the other end, you've got what might appear to be this mystical few who are incredibly good at getting things done on time, showing up on time, delivering projects on time, and they just appear to be well put together. And it's like, wow, how do you do that? Like you seem to be able to just maneuver through life quite easily. And I do think this is the single most important skill that if we develop it and spend some time on it, it will be the biggest reward for us and what we can achieve in our lives. So the two numbers, 168, that's quite commonly known. We have 168 hours in the week to use that are at our disposal. Now, when you take away a good portion of that's for sleeping, we might do some exercise, we've got to go to work, you might have to walk the dog, you've got kids, you've got washing, you've got showering, all that good stuff. All of a sudden, that 168 hours seems to kind of dwindle very, very quickly. And you're left with maybe what I would perhaps call disposable time, a bit like disposable income, but disposable time to use on the things that you want to focus on. And more often than not, that's not a great deal because of just the other commitments and things we've just got to do in life. Now then, the other number, which when I realised this, I was like, wow, I perhaps can do more now because I understand. So the second number is 1,440. That's 1,440 minutes every day. So, might sound familiar this. Can I just borrow you for a minute? Is there any chance I could just grab you for 5 minutes? Is it all right if we have a quick 30 minutes today? All of a sudden, I started seeing these, can I grab you for a minute? Would it be all right to just grab 5 minutes? Can we have a quick coffee? And then getting to the end of my day going, well, how's that happened? I've had my, 1,440 minutes. At that time, I didn't know that's what it was. But that number itself, I think the 168 gives us a great place to start and kind of understand, okay, that's what I've got. But from a daily perspective, what you might want to consider going away is, what can I do with the available time that I've got? And that could be minutes. So if it's an essay or a report or, doing some financials, of course, you may need to block out specific, hours to do that. What I'm encouraging you to think about through this video is, what can I do with that 15 minutes, that random 17 minutes that I've got back now, maybe because that meeting finished early? So when we start to think in terms of minutes, what we can actually start to do is think about progress. And there's a great saying that I think progress over perfection. And I'm with that. I get it. But what I'd also like you to think about is progress over completion. So sometimes what we'll do is we'll block out, say, 3 hours to do a big chunk of work. But in actual fact, you might be able to grab minutes throughout the week or throughout the month that helps you move closer towards that outcome. So I hope that's been useful. 168 hours in the week, 1,440 minutes, and have a think about what you can do in minutes versus maybe hours or actual tasks. Now, if you like this video, you might want to also go and check out Stop Blaming Time. The link for that is above. And as always, I'll be back next week. And if you like the content that I'm creating, feel free to subscribe. And I will see you again next week.